I finally understand the style creator, and it's all thanks to the changes they're testing on the Alpha website. If you want to try this yourself, go to alpha.midjourney.com, and now when you click on the style creator, instead of refining the style through each grid, you scroll the page, click on the styles you like, and at seemingly random points, Midjourney will refine the style for you. I don't know when this new workflow will come to the main website. They're taking our feedback right now, but eventually this is what you can expect. So let's start a new session. I'll show you how this works. The real trick is to make sure you do not start this process with a goal in mind. Like, don't try to create the perfect rendition of a watercolor painting. I know that sounds silly because it's called the style creator, but this whole feature is a lot more fun when you think of it as a way to discover styles rather than create them. So rather than aiming for something specific, I suggest you start with something that you're fond of. Like, I'm a fan of glitchy collages, so I'll start with that. Feel free to also mention a couple of colors off the start if you'd like. We'll hit enter, and yes, Midjourney will have created an initial grid over on the right side, but don't pay attention to that. Just focus on the styles you see, and honestly, the first style you pick sort of sets the tone for everything else. And this new workflow means that we can scroll. We can scroll through the styles until we find something that we like. I'm kind of a fan of this one here. A sketch and then it's half finished with color. So I'm going to click on this. And you'll notice that Midjourney did not create a new generation for me right away. For this new workflow, what you need to do is just keep scrolling and picking styles that you're a fan of. Like this one right here is pretty cool. Eventually, Midjourney is going to start generating new pictures for us. It just seemingly happens at random. Oh, these are beautiful. I'm going to select a couple of these. I kind of like this one. I like this one a lot. I think that's cool. I think this one's really cool. And now look at this. We're finally getting our first generation. That is kind of crazy. So we're finding styles and we're scrolling and Midjourney's creating those iterations on the right side. But the second trick to make this more fun is to not look at those iterations at all. Don't pay attention to what the bot is creating, okay? Just look at the grid and click on the styles that you enjoy looking at. And then at the very end, we will go to the create page and we will browse through everything we've made and we will see what styles we discovered along the way. And the third trick to make this more fun is to bookmark some of the individual styles that really stand out to you. Like, you can add them to the link of the styles you're already creating by clicking on the picture, but you can also click on the heart icon to add them to your favorites, which you can find on the explore page. But you can also click on this little arrow here and that will run your prompt with that style alone. This is just another good way of keeping track of the styles that you actually enjoyed. And I'm sure you've already noticed this already, but as you're going through the process, the styles you're choosing from will begin to consolidate, which means there are going to be a lot of fun images to bookmark for later. It's sort of learning what you like to see and it's just giving you more and more of it. So when I'm at this point in the process, I'm clicking like on a lot of the styles and I'm also generating a lot of these styles individually. Like, look how cool these are. But don't forget to add these to the link you're creating. Yeah, and I'm trying to come up with some new lingo for this whole system. I feel like we can call these iterations style links, perhaps. Maybe it will make a bit more sense once we go to the create page. I actually walked through this whole process with my community the other day, and I recently changed how memberships work. If you're interested, signing up now will give you lifetime access. No more monthly memberships. Check it out in the description below. All right, let's go to the create page and see what we've made. We have 20 generations waiting for us. Starting here at the bottom, we went with a glitchy collage, and you can see what the style starts to look like as we begin refining it. I'm actually a really big fan of this first one right here, I'm not gonna lie. And one of the main things I want you to do when you get to this point is click the little heart icon on all of the pictures that you enjoy, okay? All of your favorites. This will come into play later, but it's also just a good habit to have. These ones are kind of cool. All right, we're getting somewhere. Okay, and then you'll notice a few completely random styles. These are the ones that we created individually. It took our prompt and it ran it in this style code alone. For all the iterations, you'll notice it says refine style above. But again, these are just to keep around for later. All right, we're back to our refined style. I actually like the black and white that started to come in. Oh, these are so pretty. Yeah, again, not in our style link, as I'm calling it. And one thing you're definitely going to notice is that the styles don't really change much as the link grows larger. And that's sort of the main reason I suggest not going in with a goal in mind. Just try to have fun along the way and pick the styles that you're a fan of. And we're ending up somewhere like this. These are pretty cool. But like maybe I want to go back to the beginning and I want to use this style right here, the first one we refined. So I'm going to click on use. I think I am going to leave a glitchy collage in the prompt, but I'll say of, and then I'll write a permutation, and we'll ask for Batman, Wonder Woman, and one of my favorite prompts recently is a black hole in space. And then look at these. These are pretty crazy. I like that one there. This Wonder Woman is cool. Oh, and then check out the black holes. These are sick. All right, that's how I think this whole process becomes a lot more fun. That's how I think you should use the style creator, because aiming for something specific will probably only lead to frustration. I guess that's the thesis. Nonetheless, there are some things you can do now that we've created a bunch of styles. I think you should be making a mood board out of these codes. So we'll go to our mood boards, we'll click on new mood board, add from gallery, filter by liked, and then I'm going to create a mood board specifically from that first code that I was a fan of. These ones right here. I really don't know what to call this. Why don't we start with something like confused geometry? I might change that later, you know? And then take a look at these. These are all so cool looking. I really love this one right here. I think that's awesome. The other mood board that you can create is like a big mashup of everything you created from that session. We'll just call this a test for now. It's probably going to look pretty similar to our confused geometry, but it might be a little different in some unique ways. And I think this just adds to the fun of the workflow. Like, oh my God, I like these way more. This is awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love this one up here. Holy. Yeah, these are amazing. Okay, before I let you go, there are also 2 other UI changes that are currently on the alpha website, but we know they have plans to bring these to the main website at some point. So check this out. If your screen is a certain size, I think this was made for wider monitors, you can click on your settings, and instead of coming down from the top, it now opens on the right side, and it can just sort of live here, which means it's a lot easier to change your settings. You even have your profiles down here, your mood boards with thumbnails, like that's pretty cool, as well as like styles. That's amazing. I was a little worried about them implementing this in a weird way, but I think they did a great job. Again, this is only on the alpha website for now, alpha.midjourney.com. In addition to that, if you wanted to add images to your prompt, now that's also done on the right side. So we'll click this off, and let's say we wanted to add this one here to our prompt. Instead of dragging it upwards, we're going to be dragging it to the right. And then we can add it as a style reference. Sure, why not? And another cool feature is that we can lock in these references now. So we click that lock button, and then we can ask for a dog, a cat, a caterpillar, and they're all going to be using this style reference. We didn't have to keep re-adding it to the prompt. Again, I think they did a great job with this feature. And I'll just warn you, you might not see this again depending on your window size. Like I normally operate at 150% just because I like how it looks. And when I do that, the settings and the references are both back at the top. So this new UI is really only for wider monitors or if you zoom out on your web page. I hope that makes your style creator workflow a little more fun. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have any tricks that you want to share with me and everyone else. There's also a new free PDF that you can download in the description, 71 unreleased mood boards. Those are a lot of fun to look at as well. It's like a menu for you to explore. Either way, I hope you're doing well. I hope you have happy holidays. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.